Katy Perry unveiled the music video for her latest single, Not the End of the World, starring none other than Zooey Deschanel. In the clip, a pair of blue aliens are tasked with saving the pop star from Earth, which will be destroyed. They accidentally capture her lookalike Zooey Deschanel when the two stars met in park. Zooey quickly realizes the aliens' mistake, but she agrees to play along in exchange for their help in saving the planet. Let's focus on costumes and clothing design in this music video. For sure, we can see colorful, vibrant and very playful style, which is typical for many Katy Perry's music videos. But the style of Not the End of the World is also inspired by a style which is called Retrofuturism. Retrofuturism is a movement in the arts showing the influence of depictions of the future produced in an earlier era. It is full of old-fashioned retro styles with futuristic technology. Retrofuturism explores the themes of tension between past and future and between the alienating and empowering effects of technology. Retrofuturism was influenced by visuals of sci-fi films from the golden of 50s to 70s. Futuristic clothing is an imagined vision of the clothing that might be worn in the distant future, typically found in science fiction and science fiction films of the 40s onwards, but also in journalism and other popular culture. The garments are mostly one-piece garments, skin-tight, typically ending up looking like either overalls or leotards, often worn together with plastic boots. In many cases, there is the prediction that the clothing of the future will be highly uniform with dominant metallic colors. Retrofuturism comes back not only in films, pop culture or music videos. We can see its influence also in fashion industry. Let's mention the Autumn-Winter 2017 Gucci collection. The campaign was shot by Glenn Latchford. He takes inspiration from 50s and 60s sci-fi films like Creature from the Black Lagoon, Missile to the Moon and Forbidden Planet. The model aliens wear huge hats, clashing vintage prints, and either decorated with a lot of gels. They appear in different environments, traveling in space and time, even fighting with a giant dinosaur in one shot, all dressed up in stylish Gucci dresses. Retrofuturism also appears in many Vogue fashion editorials. Let's name The Lady Who Fell to Earth by Tim Walker for the October edition of Vogue UK. We can see many garments by Alexander McQueen, Balenciaga and Chanel. Tim Walker remains true to himself, even when he is dealing with a team far from his vibe. His typical style is full of fairy tale aesthetic, surreal atmosphere, and sometimes he takes inspiration from painters like Hieronymus Bosch. In this photo shoot, he puts together alien topic with symbols of British culture in a very original retro-futuristic way. The title, The Lady Who Fell to Earth, is a reference to the cult movie The Man Who Fell to Earth from 1967 by Nicholas Ray, starring David Bowie in his first leading role. This movie is really iconic. It became a cult because of its use of surreal imaginary and Bowie's first starring film role, here as the alien Thomas Jerome Newton. It is considered as an important work of science fiction cinema and one of the best films of Ray's career. I have also found another great example of retrofuturism in fashion photo editorial. This is Stephen Klein's futuristic fashion editorial for 2013 September issue of Vogue. He incorporates the modern and somewhat steampunk post-apocalyptic steelhouse of architect Robert Bruno as the backdrop for his vision of the future. Clothes and coats with modern lines in solid colors pop from his magenta blue saturated images. Google Glass makes also very impressive appearance in this shot. Last but not least is also a futuristic photoshoot called Space Odyssey by Tarun Vishwa for the January 2013 issue of Vogue India. We can see a hyper-modern mix of alternative shapes and textures. Stylist Sharon Crawford creates her alien vision using a combination of Spring's most cutting-edge collections by Fendi, Alexander McQueen or Dior. There are many futuristic fashion collections, but only a few designers are inspired by retrofuturism. One of them is Jeremy Scott. In his Moschino's Autumn-Winter 2018 collection, he was inspired by the 60s but with futuristic vibe, featuring flicky wigs, chic two-piece skirt suits and cocktail dresses combined with colorful alien body paint. Jeremy Scott himself commented, "It's a very Jackie O, very space hostess, futuristic retrofuture, and then playing a bit with Marilyn Monroe." Pop art illustrations by Ben Frost appeared on a series of pieces which meshed up pop art prints with the words you'd find on prescription drug packets. The show closed with evening dresses with sequins. Jeremy Scott added, "It's like some of them are robots and they are starting to malfunction." But the whole collection has also a political message. As Jeremy Scott explained, "I was thinking about immigration and illegal immigrants or illegal aliens when I was designing the collection. I wanted to play with the idea of what an alien actually looks like. People in my country, some who have lived there since they were children, who have children of their own and are giving back to their communities, are getting evicted from the US amidst fake news and hysteria. So I thought, okay, I'm going to play a little on what an alien supposedly looks like." I showed you just a few examples of retrofuturistic fashion influence. In the next videos, we will focus more on futuristic aesthetics, mentioning for example amazing film Barbarella from 1968 starring Jane Fonda, or the influence of pop culture, sci-fi films and comics with alien topic. Do you like retrofuturism in fashion? What's your favorite retro alien look? Looking forward to read your comments. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.